Okay, so let me help you make an exposure. We're going to play with some camera simulators, and I'm just going to point out a few things about your camera that you need to know to help this week go better. So first off, your first assignment, you need to set your ISO to 400. Well, you might be like, I don't know my camera. I don't know how to set it. Well, that's when you pull out your manual. So pull out the manual and look up ISO, and it'll tell you where it is and how to set it. If you don't have your manual, just Google your camera name and put, like this is my Olympus pen. So I put Olympus pen ISO or Olympus pen manual. And it would help me find the instructions I need. So after you get your ISO set, you need to then choose a shutter and an aperture to shoot with. So you remember shallow depth of field is like f2.8, great depth of field is f22. Or stopping action, you're 2,000th or 4,000th of a second. Showing action, showing movement, 1/8 of a second. But basically, I don't want to see any movement in these photographs. So you want to choose a shutter speed of 1/60th or higher. That's a good shutter speed for hand holding your camera. When you hold your camera, you always want to hold it from below. And then you're going to hold this hand, because that way you can pull it in tight to your body. And that's going to make you steadier. So thing about photography, you want to be steady. So underneath the camera, then you can do your zooming if you need to. This hand can do your exposures. So that's the basics there. But back to aperture and shutter. So once you decide if you want great depth of field or shallow depth of field, then you would change your shutter to match till your exposure lined up in your meter. And here's my meter on my camera, okay, right down here. Yours may be on the side or in the bottom. You just have to look around the frame for it. To see it, you need to activate the camera. You need to see the camera needs to be turned on, okay? And then as you change these numbers, that meter is going to change. So let's see here, if I'm pulling mine back down this way, anyways, yours are all going to be different. Still might be a little freaky. We have some other things we can play with, some exposure simulators. So we're going to hop onto that next, but hold the camera and let's do the next video.